green renewable energy, we could create at least 5 million green-collar jobs. Putting people to work across Texas, and these are jobs that you can't outsource. They've got to be done right here. Wind and solar and of your tax dollars will go to any company that exports a job out of Texas. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think it's right that a Wall Street money manager making $50 million a year pays a lower percentage of his income in taxes than a truck driver or a nurse or a teacher making $50,000 a year. He and Dick Cheney have engineered to give away $55 billion in special interests to the oil companies and the drug companies and insurance companies and to Wall Street. We're going to get that money back and put it to work. Going to tackle health care. It has because I believe that, number one, it's morally wrong in America that people don't have access to quality, affordable health care, and it doesn't make any economic sense. I want to tell you a story. It's a story that I heard a couple of days ago in southern Ohio. It could have been a story from South Texas. I was sitting in a modest home in a small town along the Ohio River talking to a deputy sheriff. He told me about a young woman who worked at the pizza parlor in this little town. She got pregnant. She worked for minimum wage. You don't get many tips at the pizza parlor, as you know. Yeah. So basically, she was just scraping by. She had some trouble. She went to the hospital. They said, "You don't have any insurance. We need $100 up front before we see you." She went home. She didn't have $100. She went back a little while later, same thing. Well, the next time she went back, she was in physical distress, and she lost her baby. And then they had to airlift her to the medical center, some hours away, where the doctors and the nurses worked for 15 days to save her life, but they lost her. You see, I think it's morally wrong that in a country as rich as ours, with as many good people as we have, that would happen in the United States of America. Think of how much money was spent trying to save that baby and save that young woman. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I can't stop that.
If she had $100, if she had health insurance, you might have she and her baby alive, and all the rest of the people wouldn't have been paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. You see, my argument is it's morally right and it's economically smart that we anybody out. I think it's no exceptions. We're going to cover everybody because I want to be able to travel across Texas and meet young moms and dads who say thank you, as they do in often very emotional ways, for the Children's Health Insurance Program. But I need to feel like we finished the job. And that means we're going to work together. And we're smart enough to have a uniquely American solution. That's why I've said let's open up the plan that members of Congress have and make it available to everybody. It's a good plan. And I still believe that education is the passport to opportunity. teachers of their own children, because after all, the family is the first school and parents are the first teachers. And we want to have kindergarten programs for disadvantaged kids so that they get a better chance to do well in school. And I will end the unfunded mandate known as No Child Left. All of our children like all they are is little test takers and turn our teachers into big test givers. And we are going to work to make college affordable again. We've got two problems. One is a lot of people can't afford even to go to college. So we're going to give you more help through the tax system. We're going to give you more aid like Pell Grants. We're going to give you a chance to do national service and earn up to $10,000 a year that you can put toward your college. And we're going to crack down on these student loan companies that have been because of your education. Well, here I'm going to make an offer to you. If you're willing to do a public service job like teaching or nursing or law enforcement, we will forgive your debt over time. I am confident and optimistic we can tackle all these problems that the people of Texas talk to me about. And I am also certain that we can restore America's leadership and our moral authority. That begins with ending the war in Iraq and bringing our troops home. And I have said that upon taking office, I would ask the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Secretary of Defense and the security advisors to come up with a plan that would enable me to start doing that within 60 days. We have to do it the right way. It's dangerous. But I believe that we can tell the Iraqi government that our young men and women, our sons and daughters, have done everything they were asked to do. And they have given the Iraqis the most precious gift that anyone can give another human being, the gift of freedom. And it's now up to the Iraqis to determine how they will use that gift that we have given to them. And as we bring our troops home, we must take care of our veterans. They have given enough, because I work with veterans and their families all the time, trying to make sure they get the health care and the disability and all the other services they're entitled to. I believe that the President must be the commander-in-chief who takes care of our military and our military families and takes care of our veterans. And I pledge to you I will do everything I can to keep faith with our veterans who have certainly kept faith with us from our